As someone who grew up in those houses, as did Sonny, my mother worked her ass off every day. 2 jobs. 2 jobs. She went to work and she did the best she could. And the fact that you would fix your face to make people who are trying the best they can. Yeah, there are bad people everywhere. There are bad people who are scamming the welfare system. There are bad people who are scamming us for our money in the bank. There are bad people all over. But the idea that you think this is okay, this is going to affect 4.5 million families relying on federal housing assistance. It's ironically called the Make Affordable Housing Work Act. The proposed changes raise the rent from 30 to 35, which means that public housing residents, it raises their minimum from 50 to 150. It also eliminates all deductions that could lower the number, like child care. You know, the different, do you have any idea, you know, because the national average income for people in housing like this is $12,000 a year. What the hell are you doing, man? You know what, Ben? Maybe you need to come and spend some time with folks in housing projects. All over, you don't have to come here. There are housing projects all over this country. All over the country. You know how people are treated? There's rust, there's mold in a lot of these buildings. There's bad plumbing and they're the last people to get anything done. Nothing happens there. There's no generators to keep those buildings going. So if you're 85 years old and you live on the 12th floor, you're stuck in your house. Man, sit down with people before you do this, because you're really not helping, Ben. And I know that you're new to this, and maybe once you passed a housing project, and that's why he thought you'd be the right one. But God bless you. Please spend some time with the people who live in these buildings and see what they need before you do this. And also, you know, do your homework. Find out who's in the projects, because a lot of these folks are older. There are families that the projects have been a place for lots of folks who didn't have a lot of money. So people tend to stay, and they're there. I grew up in a really good project. I grew up in Chelsea, right here in Manhattan. I was cared for by the neighborhood, by the folks that were there. Everybody had a vested interest in other people's children. Do your homework, sir. Do your homework. Do your homework.
Talking about Ben Carson, Whoopi, we see how Whoopi was there. The expression she has for Ben Carson, she wasn't happy at all. Talking about Ben Carson did this on the, like, people live in a project. There was this program that he did that is going to restrain them not to benefit from it, because they claim that some people are ripping off the government. Some people actually are they don't really need it, and they are criminals. So that project have to be stopped. And Whoopi was not happy, because Whoopi said she grew up in a project and so need to grow up in a project. And Whoopi said the mom was very hardworking and the mom was very there for them. So somebody like Ben Carson will just come and think that because if you grew up in a project, you must be bad, you must be crazy, you must be 419, you must be a drug addict. Whoopi said there are bad people everywhere. There are bad people everywhere, which is true. There are bad people in the ups, in the down, in the bank, even in the station where they work. There are people everywhere to reap people money. She said she grew up in a project and it was a good one, which means everyone around her helps to take care of them. So it was not just the mother's responsibility. Even the neighbor, the auntie, the uncle, everyone watches after everyone, and she was being careful for those people who really love her. She said that sometime in that project they don't even have a generator, they don't have nothing. So if they have problem, like if their water got bad, or they got out of water, or they need maintenance, they are being rejected. They don't even recognize them. They don't even come to them because they're in the project. They give them deaf ear. They will suffer there. One more about somebody who is 85 on the upper floor. If something happened, then they are stuck there. So no one even care for them. No one have their time. Although so Whoopi was trying to tell Ben Carson that he need to ask questions before just want to apply those laws. He need to talk to people who have been there in that project. You don't just need to listen and just take decision, because the decision that is taken is going to affect a lot of people, which it makes sense because a lot of people really do need it. But actually most of them need it, so it's going to affect everyone now, so which is not a good thing. So she's very angry that if those facilities, those advantage was not there, like for somebody like her, she could have not been able to be what she is today, because the mother could have not been able to pay that rent and work also. So they in the project they are being paid, but the rent is very low, so they still work and pay. So Whoopi said that if those facilities was not there, somebody like her, she would not been able to have been going to become this wonderful actor and a journalist and a host today, that she could bless a lot of life. Sony herself could have not been able to grow up and become what she became today. So actually Whoopi was not happy that with the decision that Ben Carson took. Ben Carson really have to go down and look. He cannot just sit and take decision because he's mighty there. Actually, I know Ben Carson himself have been in the project as a child with a mom. If you listen to his background, so he too have been a victim of the project. But you know, sometimes when you get so big, you being so blessed, sometimes you forget where you come from. Most people at times they forget the place they come from. Actually wipe your memory. That's what used to happen. So actually, talking about Ben Carson need to come and sit. Ben Carson did not come from a wealthy family. He was raised by a single mom. If you listen to his story also, with a brother, and the mom worked so hard. Well, actually that would be a project also, because they really need struggle before blessingly, and God blessed him academically, he could go to school and become smart, and that's what lead to breakthrough. Actually, so he has been in the project also. So I don't know, what's your opinion about that? What do you think? Is Whoopi too harsh on Ben Carson? Is Ben Carson wrong for what he did, and many people are going to suffer for the law because it came out of him? Let me see your opinion in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and share the video. Underneath this video will be the link for my Shopee store. Please help and support me by buying. You have everything you want to buy for your wife, your friend, your children, grandchildren, whatever you want. Just have a look at it. God bless you.